Hi guys, so I'm just going to do a quick review of the carbon cycle. So the obvious place to start is going to be the atmosphere. So we have lots of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And then plants absorb that carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and absorb it into their cells so that they can use that carbon dioxide to go through the process of photosynthesis in order to produce glucose and oxygen. So then what happens is an animal will eat a plant. And after a plant is eaten by an animal, that carbon is transferred from the plant into the animal. So that glucose is absorbed. So the living animal will then go through the process of cellular respiration and they will breathe out carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. Also, if an organism dies, they will either decompose and release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, or they will be compressed underground and converted into fossil fuels. So, fossil fuels are held underground until humans extract them, and then we use them to burn fossil fuels to create energy through combustion. We do this in factories. We also do this in vehicles. When a fossil fuel is burned, then that carbon dioxide is released back into the atmosphere. So this is just a cycle that continues on and on and on. We're just recycling the same carbon molecules over and over because remember, matter cannot be created nor destroyed. It just changes forms. And so the reason it is important to living things is through photosynthesis. We use that carbon dioxide to create oxygen and glucose that living things need. And it is also important to living things because we digest glucose to make macromolecules. We also are going to take that glucose and that oxygen, and our cells are going to go through the process of cellular respiration in order to breathe out carbon dioxide. So, those are three very important reasons that the carbon cycle is important to living things. Now, as far as human impact, if we have a lot of combustion going on, if we're burning a lot of fossil fuels, it's going to increase the amount of carbon dioxide that is in the atmosphere to the point that plants cannot absorb it at a quick enough rate. And so that there's too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which causes a heating problem on the planet. Also, if we do deforestation, which means that we remove the trees from a certain area, not as much carbon dioxide is going to be absorbed, and so there will be excess carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So that excess carbon dioxide is there, but also not as much oxygen is going to be produced for living things. So those are two ways that humans impact the carbon cycle in a dangerous way.